Hi guys, good afternoon. Me again. I know this is my third video today and it probably won't be my last. Welcome back once again to The Edward. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of that really exciting casting announcement, or should I say announcements, from the past couple days. It's been a couple of busy days for me with the Thanksgiving holiday and things at work. I finally have a chance to talk about and share with you guys my thoughts and feelings on the big casting announcement that Nicholas Hoult will be playing Lex Luthor in James Gunn's Superman Legacy, due out in theaters summer 2025, with production, I believe, set to begin early next year. So that is very, very exciting. And in addition to Holt's casting, we also have several other members who have been cast as well. These actors I'm not as familiar with, but I've got their names and their characters right here. Skylar Gisondo, I think his last name is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Will be playing Jimmy Olsen, the eager, boyish photographer who works with Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Sarah Sampaio will be playing Eve Tessmacher, the assistant slash love interest of Lex Luthor from previous film adaptations we've seen. Her last name became very infamous thanks to Gene Hackman's performance as Lex Luthor in his Superman movies, the way he would scream, "Miss Tessmacher!" super loud. And of course, Maria Gabriela de Faria, who will be playing the Engineer. Apparently, the Engineer is a character who is a member of the Authority, who are also getting their own movie eventually someday, but their movie is obviously coming after Superman Legacy. And apparently she will be a member of the Authority, or perhaps representing the Authority. I don't know, but she's been described as a villain as well. So it's interesting that we have two confirmed villains for this movie, Lex Luthor and the Engineer. And we have some allies as well, you know, like Jimmy Olsen. Still haven't heard who's going to be playing Perry White yet, or Ma and Pa Kent, but I'm sure those casting announcements are on their way. And I think the movie is set to start filming in either February or March of next year, I believe, in Atlanta, of course, as a lot of major motion picture films and TV shows are now filmed nowadays. It's all in Atlanta. You know, apparently it's a great spot to film shit, and there's a lot of filming studios down there. But I wanted to talk about these casting announcements are exciting. You know, the new universe is coming along really nicely. But I just thought it was so cool that Nicholas Hoult, who was a front runner for the Batman role that would end up going to Robert Pattinson, who's done an incredible job, by the way. I thought Nicholas Hoult would make a good young Bruce Wayne / Batman, but I'm excited to see him now as a younger version of Lex Luthor. So that's pretty exciting. And hopefully he'll continue to play Lex Luthor throughout this new DC universe in the coming years, and hopefully he'll share screen time alongside of other well-known DC characters, whether it's from the former universe that's of finishing up or about to. The latest chapter will be that of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Still very unclear as to who will be returning and who won't be returning to play their respective characters, but only time will tell. But I'm personally excited for this movie. You know, James Gunn is a very talented storyteller and a great filmmaker, so I'm sure he's going to deliver something awesome and awe-inspiring with Superman Legacy. And the cast seems to be pretty solid with the right amount of characters and who's playing them. And I'm really excited about this. But I just love the fact that we're getting a new version of Lex Luthor. I personally didn't have a problem with Jesse Eisenberg. I thought he did a fine job. I totally understand why people did not like his performance in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. He seemed to have cooled down a little bit in that post-credit scene for the theatrical version of Justice League, which featured him teaming up with Deathstroke to form the Legion of Doom, which sadly never came to fruition. But with James Gunn's new universe, perhaps the Legion of Doom plans are back on. It'll just look a little differently than the original shape or form that it was going to take as intended. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Only time will tell, so who knows what'll happen. But clearly Eisenberg is done with the role, as Nicholas Hoult has now taken the mantle of Lex Luthor. And from what I can tell, there's little to no backlash regarding this particular casting or version of Luthor, as people seem to like Nicholas Hoult. He's done a lot of great movies lately. He was wonderful in Renfield, and he was great in the horror comedy The Menu from a year ago. So he's done some good stuff lately, and I'm excited to see what he'll bring to the role, as well as the other actors. You know, I'm not really familiar with the other actors I just mentioned that'll be playing their respective parts, but I'm sure they'll all do a great job because James Gunn usually hires pretty talented, great people. So I'm sure they'll all do a fine job and give us great performances of really beloved characters we all know and enjoy. So I'm looking forward to this movie. Yes, I'm a little bummed that things won't quite look the way they have looked for the past 6 or 7 years now with the soon-to-be former but current DC universe, as it'll take a new shape or form. Perhaps some elements will be brought into this new universe, and maybe some things will be made slightly better. Who knows? It's too early to tell, but I'm remaining open to it and hoping for a lot. So, and there's no better character to symbolize hope for than Superman. So I say bring it on, and best of luck to James Gunn and the cast and crew, as filming is probably going to get underway in a few months. So good luck, everybody. But yeah, I'm just personally excited to see a new version of Lex Luthor and these other characters make a comeback after many years of not being on screen anywhere. So have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're just as excited and pumped about these casting announcements as I am. Which one are you the most excited for? Let me know down below in the comments section. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Superman Legacy flies into theaters July 11th, 2025. Until then, may the force be with you.